What's going on, everybody? I'm Squidgo Joe here with DeFi Sean and Mr. Pixels, and welcome to another Moon Monday. Guys, if you're new and you're watching this on YouTube, all you gotta do is the subscribe button, hit the like button, notification bell, put that bad boy on all, be notified when we have our Moon Mondays, which is every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, roughly. And we got Infinaeon Friday, every Friday at 3 p.m., roughly. That we go live. So definitely make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're listening on Twitter, hit the follow button. 2 seconds, real easy, real simple. Any other questions you guys have, make sure to say them to the end of the live stream, and we'd love to answer them for you guys.
Coming to you live, both sides of the weekend, peeps. All right. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Yeah, I certainly did. It was good. I actually finally got out, touched a little bit of grass, spent some family time. It's been a long time coming. I swear I've been stuck to this computer for a long time, many months now. So this is the first kind of weekend. I know, Sean, you had a nice, fun weekend too with the fam. But yeah, looking forward to another Moon Monday, gents.
Yep. Well, what's going on, everyone? As Joe said, hit the like button, subscribe button, repost button, just whatever platform you're on, whatever buttons you have to hit, go ahead and hit those buttons. I mean, as far as viewerships goes, Moon Monday and Infinaeon Friday, even our impromptu lives get more viewers and stuff than pretty much anything that I'm a part of during the week. All organic. We never pay for followers or viewers or anything like that. So yeah, go ahead and hit all those buttons and spread it as far and as wide as possible. But yeah, had a great weekend. Me and my wife, for her birthday, went down to New Orleans, hung out a little bit. Like you, Mr. P, actually got away from the computer for a weekend, about as far away as you can possibly get. I mean, of course, still had stuff to handle. When it comes to this business, just like any other business, you can never really sleep on it. But yeah, got away, had some fun with the wife. What about you, Joe? How was your weekend?
I'll be honest with you. It went by so fast, and I didn't even do anything. Like I just just hung out, cleaned up, rearranged some stuff. That's really it.
As long as you didn't get another shot, dude.
Yeah, sure. Go back to the doctors and deal with those. The more smaller town you go, the crazier the doctors are. Like I'm going from originally New York, where doctors are like, "All right, we need 10 cc's of blah blah," and then you're like, "Oh, I'm healed." So like where I live now, doctors now are like, we'll get a grab bag of pills and we'll try to see if that fixes you. Like that's basically what's going on. It's crazy the differences between like big town docs and small town docs.
Right.
Overall, great weekend. How's yours, Mr. Pixel?
Oh, good, man. Good. Like I said, touched some grass. Same as Sean. Finally got away from the computer, so happy about it. Ready for some awesome updates, that's for sure. Sean, what we got, bro?
Yep. Well, let me start by saying for anyone that is still coming back to Joe's channel, the Safe Moon channel, what Joe has helped create is probably what Safe Moon should have been. If you're newer and you're not familiar with what Infinaeon is doing, go ahead and check us out. For anyone, again, that might be coming back to Joe's channel, because I know there's tens of thousands of people, Joe, that probably followed your channel that may not have looked at it for a couple of years now. But yeah, we built everything. Just a quick recap of what Infinaeon is. We have a live blockchain, a live DEX. We have a token launcher live on the EVM side. We're about to go live on the Salana side. We have our very own wallet. Speaking of that, just got a return message from Apple earlier today, getting everything that they requested figured out. It's live on Android. iOS will be here as soon as we can put it nicely, all the stuff satisfied from Apple. Again, it's just stepping stone after stepping stone.
Sweet.
But yeah, everyone's kind of familiar with what's been going on. We went live on Salana. Had some pretty good traction. People were excited for it. It seemed like it. People were trading on it. I said I was a little bit away, so I was kind of watching from a distance. I wasn't watching the chart the whole day or anything like that. But yeah, it looked like had some pretty good volume, had some pretty big buys on it. LunarPumpFun Social, talked to those guys earlier today. We're expecting another major update today. Once we get that update, again, we'll continue moving forward. Like every time we talk, we're just getting closer and closer.
You can definitely feel it in the chat since the Salana integration, Infinaeon, like it's kind of palpable. The hype has increased. I mean, don't get me wrong, along with all the marketers and the spam and the bullshit that goes along with all of that, but that's definitely increased. And DMs have probably 10x'd, but still the hype is there. As Sean was saying, the volume is there. Yeah, it's definitely coming, and with the LPF having Salana on very soon, the catalyst that's going to springboard this thing, really take it into overdrive just around the corner. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the token being there is where it needs to be with LunarPumpFun Soul going live. For those that aren't familiar, starting out, we plan on taking 50% of the revenue that comes back to the platform via the volume fee and then also the bonding fee. Automatically, 50% of that will be buying Infinion on Salana and then redistributing it to the users of the platform. So if you are trading on the platform, you are going to get Infinion Soul automatically sent to your wallet just for interacting on the platform. If you're launching tokens on the platform, again, you're going to be getting that Infinion Solana. You can become a holder. You can sell it and take the soul. Whatever you choose to do, it'll be yours to do with what you want. But yeah, really cool to see what we have.
Yeah, shout out to Black Sheep Trader. You're showing up time and time again. Appreciate. Yeah, 20-30% based on previous trading volume. We got plenty hawks in the Infinion community there that are watching wallets, watching everything, monitoring everything, calculating everything. So it's awesome. Yeah, keep dropping us the stats, obviously, because we're so bogged down with many things. It's really good to have the community doing that so that we can send it out to everybody else when we got people doing that.
Yeah, the both ETH pools, the USDC and the ETH pool, kind of stayed steady, but of course we added the volume of Solana. Of course, Bitmart is kind of off doing its thing. So yeah, everything's still kind of going as planned. Let me see any other.
I hope they're all staked. Black Sheep, they better all 2 million of those better be staked.
Yep.
And yes, that's a smart trader. Stay up to date, dude. Stay up to date and everything that's going on. Tune in as much as you can. We're always, as the updates come in, we're dropping them here. So yeah, smart.
Yep. And I didn't even mention, for those, again, that might be newer, we have our very own social site, LunarPumpFun Social. I actually started getting, for the first time, spam messages on LunarPumpFun Social, which means we're almost there. We're starting to grow. The second scammers start getting on the platform, while obviously we hate scammers, it's a part of crypto, but it shows you that they're seeing interaction on the platform and they see it valuable enough for them to actually hop on over. So that's just kind of part of the game, but actually seeing that again, they're finding it valuable enough to come over that platform just shows you that it's starting to grow. And that's just something that we are planning to push after the release of LunarPumpFun Soul. It'll be a cool place for everyone to go hang out, whether you're a part of LunarPumpFun, you're a part of Infinion, or you just have another token on any chain from Sui to Solana to ETH, and you just want to show your token. It's just a very cool platform. We have been talking to the developers. It's something that we plan on over the next like 5 to 6 months, making it I guess you can say, social media for crypto. It will basically, at the end of those 6 months, will be Expo with crypto. Everything from spaces to polls, basically pretty much anything and everything you can do on Twitter and then some. We're going to make it to where when you post on the social site, it automatically uploads to your Twitter. So you can kind of have a 2-for-1, especially if you're in the crypto world. You can post on our site. It'll also go over to Twitter. So you're just getting that double engagement. And then, of course, on that site, again, we never pay for bots or anything like that. So it's actual crypto holders hanging out on the site. And just, another big part of that is when we do start to get that more developed and we do start to get that going, we do actually have to come up with a name. It's not like a really good name other than LunarPumpFun Social. I know we talked about Pump Social and different things. So we kind of need to come up with a name because changing the name isn't a quick and easy thing to do necessarily. It'll take some days to get it changed. So it's not something that we want to continually do. So when it comes to the branding, we have to get together. We can even talk as a community and figure out how we want to brand it exactly. Because if we're going to make a brand change, it needs to be like a one-time brand change. And then we kind of just, go from there. So those that haven't created your account, hop on over to app.lunarpump.fun or go over to the Android or the or Google Play, I should say, an iOS store, get it downloaded. You can skip the web version. So yeah, it's really cool, and definitely go check that out. Also, another thing is Harry Trump went live. If you're looking at getting in on the ground floor of Infinion tokens, Harry Trump, Tim from the community,
there he is.
Launched it. Yep. So go ahead, check it out. Pretty much everything that has been launched, and I pretty much pick up like a 1% bag, just kind of throw it in my wallet. and just a wallet that I don't even look at and just kind of forget about it. And as the blockchain grows, not only will Infinaeon grow, but especially these early tokens that are getting behind the blockchain, hopefully they'll continue to grow with that ever appreciating aspect. And of course, everyone that's launching early, we never want to leave them out. We will continue to push them for getting behind us for at such an early stage, I guess you can say, of development, when most people want to hop on over to Salana, rightfully so, 20, 30, 40 million transactions a day. It's hard to argue against it, but yeah, we always want to support the people that are getting behind us early. So if you're interested in a good Infinaeon play, hop on over to LunarPump.fun. Click this little icon right here. As you can see, bonding curve is almost halfway there, and pick you up some hair of Trump.
Joe, you got your hat. Joe just got his hat from the merch store this week.
Rocking the brand new 2025-2026 Infinion hat. This bad boy, it looks pretty clean. I'm not gonna look at that. Smooth.
Looking slick, dude. They're Under Armour too.
Brand new. You guys can get yours. It's store.infinia.com. I'm telling you right now, you want to get yours before they're gone. Everyone's going to want one of these. And these are going to be sold out, and then you have to buy them in the secondary market. Then they go through hell getting these hats.
Collector's items.
Look at that bad boy.
There you go. That should be it, right? Yep. Under Armour. That's it right there, right, Joe?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, that's it right there. Look at that. Worth it. Got some of the polos coming in the mail, too. Oh, man. It's going to be nice.
And don't worry, Matt. I'm working on those polos, brother. As soon as I can, I'll be adding those.
It comes in white too. I'm scared of the white. I'm not gonna lie. I sneezed. That hat turned gray.
It's so hard. It's so hard to keep a white. I mean, I pretty much have all of these. I pretty much have all of these Under Armour hats with the little Under Armour signal. And I mean, the white one is just so hard. Even just doing this, taking it on, taking it off, you'll get all dirty right here. Say white's just so hard.
That logo I would have grayed already, bro. Even within a day. Like, I hate white on anything hats because I guess it just gets dirty. So it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. If you get a hat that doesn't get dirty, that's why it's top tier. But it's so hard.
You know what that is, in my opinion? I think that's like golf hat. Like, you take it out for the day for golf, and then you kind of wash it, and then you're next time.
I
see a lot of women wear like white golf hats, so I was kind of like, yeah, it's pretty cool golf hat. I can wear it. You play golf, Joe?
Everywhere. Taking it to the bar, taking his hat everywhere.
Joe, we got to get you on. We got to get you modeling this up here. We got to get rid of this.
I should be up there. I can do that guy.
Got to get rid of this Tyler Hill lookalike.
Goofy facial. Yeah, get that Tyler Hill out of there. Bootleg silver chain. I'll be there.
And get you up there.
Joe, send me those model shots, dude. Send me those model shots. I get you up there, no problem.
Yeah, look at that. Get that guy off the screen. The guy doesn't even look. He's not even rocking a hat properly. Okay.
Yeah, he should have other Infinion merch on, not just that.
He's still got kid hair on his face. Like, rock that merch. Don't you worry about that, boy. I'll take some pictures. I got you.
And Moonboy, Mick.
My personal favorite.
I love this shirt. I
haven't got it yet. I'm definitely getting one. I haven't got it yet, but I'm definitely getting one of those.
Dude, everything Moonboy looks so good. It looks amazing.
Yeah, dude, I'm pumped. Make Dejan's great. I gotta get one of those too. Gotta get one of those hats. I know how long I'm gonna keep them up.
One of my favorite movies too.
Can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure.
Okay.
One answer you said about golf, by the way. I don't like golf, but I like the it's not called shooting ranges, right? It's driving ranges. I like doing the driving ranges. Yes. You do that, bro? We should all.
Yeah. Top Golf. You've been to Top Golf?
I know we're planning for February, for the maybe whenever we do a next crypto meetup or whatever. We have the big crypto meetup. We should start that crypto meetup at like a golf place doing just shooting. It'd be so fun.
Yeah, we can see if they have like I'm sure there's a Top Golf in the area. I mean, they're pretty much.
I love doing that, dude. We just all hang. We rent like a little spot. We order some food. We do some golf. We meet up some people.
Yeah,
and then we go to the convention. We hang out there, and then we do the after party.
Yeah,
dude, that's a day. That's a day and a half right there.
Yeah, we got that Futurist convention coming up in Miami, right? In a couple of months.
Yeah, that's the one. I think it's November.
We did the overwhelming poll was that we should definitely attend in some capacity. So that'd be pretty cool to go.
Yeah, we'll probably just go and hang out. Yeah,
Go and
it
hang
probably
out,
won't
network.
be. Yeah, it probably won't be
Yeah.
any booth or anything. I know a lot of people were telling us that a booth isn't even necessarily worth it. Just go hang out, wear your merch, network.
Yeah, but it'd be fun to meet up with people and
Yep.
that's the main thing. Going there and networking and talking to other people. That's a huge thing, especially at these places. It'd be so fun.
Yeah, it would. I'd be down.
The Shad says, "Man, I'm late." The Shad, you gotta come on time, buddy. Okay, it's always a little after 5, anywhere from 5:05 to 5:15. That's the 5 p.m. time frame that we usually lock in on.
Yeah, he'll be the same man now chastising Joe for being late now next week.
That's right.
No, shout out. Thanks for making it, brother. It's all good. Yeah, you can always rewind, catch the start. We had some great, it was great. The start was awesome. You definitely want to go back and replay it. But as well, I just saw someone pop up there. Where was it? They were saying, where are you, sir? Oh yeah, go check out the white paper, anybody as well. If you are spreading the word about Infinaeon and you want people to get a good overall view of the project and stuff like that and where everything's at right now. I am shy of a little update now, I will be honest, but it's on my schedule here. But for the most part, it is pretty much up to date. It shows the roadmap and everything, interactive. People can get a good grasp of everything. So definitely go and check that out. But what I did see was someone was shouting out Papa on Lunar Pump Radio coming up soon. And we got some news on some guests on that, right, Sean, for this week?
Yeah, who do we have on there? Why am I already drawing a blank?
I think
I think we're trying to get Zeus and Kendu.
That's right.
Like Papa Sonk's knocking it out of the park. We're bringing on people. The best way, I guess you can say, to like bring attention to LunarPumpFun and Infinaeon is to actually include other communities. I think I'm going to be on another huge Victus AMA Thursday. One of those things where I got like a 3-minute pitch. Last time it was a 5-minute pitch, so I was able to fit everything in. 3-minute pitch, I will not be able to fit everything in. We have so much going on here. So I'm going to kind of have to nitpick exactly what I'm going to talk about in those 3 minutes. But
bro, 3 minutes, damn.
No chance. I don't care how much I condense it. No. What I do, there's no way I can fit everything. We'll probably kind of talk about the blockchain for a minute and then probably transition to Lunar Pump, which something we can kind of do now too for newer people. We are launching LunarPump.Fun on Sol. So people that are just coming, we are completely live on Infinaeon. We're live on Base and we're live on BNB. So the platform is already live, but we are going live on Salana. And a lot of people are asking, like, what makes you different than PumpFun? Everything makes us different from PumpFun. We are centering everything around giving back to the platform like we do with Infinaeon. Biggest thing is going to be our cha-ching function. 50% of the revenue generated is automatically going to buy Infinaeon on Sol, and then it's going to distribute it to users of the platform. If you're trading on the platform, you're going to get Infinaeon Sol. If you're launching on the platform, you're going to get Infinaeon Sol, and that's going to be done via the 2% volume fee and then via the bonding fee. There's also some other revenue ideas that we are going to be working through, coming up with different ideas, staking, all kinds of different stuff. We're also going to be offering different bonding curves. Maybe you're a super small, tiny meme coin. You can choose that 25K bonding curve will be an option. You want a larger LP, you can go up to a 75K bonding curve. Or maybe you want to kind of be in the middle like we are currently right here, which is currently at a 50K bonding curve. So you can have a 25, a 50, or a 75K fully customizable. Also, we'll have our ICO option, which is the initial community offering, meaning that you can get behind the token and the entire community can participate in that dev buy. So your traditional PumpFun offers the dev buy. The dev can go ahead and buy up those tokens, essentially get in at like a 2K market cap. So instead, you can make it to where the community buys that token and you can customize it to make it public, make it whitelisted, control how much each wallet gets, how little each wallet gets. And then what happens is once the terms of the ICO that the dev set are met, it's going to go ahead and buy those tokens and to distribute everyone at the same price and market cap. So the way it's set up is instead of the first person getting like a 2K market cap and the last person getting at like a 50K market cap, everyone gets in at the same exact starting price. Obviously, you participate with one Sol. someone participates with 0.1 Sol, the person with 1 Sol is obviously going to get more tokens, but they're going to get the same starting price. So just a quick rundown of what's going to be coming with LunarPumpFun Social. Also, video. I know Joe's huge on that. We're going to be incorporating videos. We're going to be incorporating staking. We have some different ideas to really, really ramp up the revenue when it comes to staking and different things like that. So kind of stay tuned for that. And yes, it's going to be a platform that we want to definitely compete with to a certain extent with PumpFun. Taking market share from them is going to be hard, but run the numbers, 1% of them, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars per year. Obviously, PumpFun's kind of having a rough patch with a lot of stuff going on. So, we're trying to get it done as soon as possible to kind of get everything to market. And
I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about PumpFun. I mean, even if we always do.
But we're not trying to talk bad, but yeah, we're talking bad.
But with that said, I do think PumpFun, I mean, the more pressure they have, the more they take away from what PumpFun is. They did it first with live streaming, now with Twitter. The SEC is breathing down their neck. I wouldn't be surprised PumpFun goes away. And I'm not trying to talk bad about that. I just want to emphasize this. I'm really not. But the facts are facts. They keep pulling away when they get any kind of stress. Us, we keep adding more stress by adding more things to LunarPump.fun, and it makes us just push forward more. That's all we do. We go, oh man, we can add this. Oh, it's a lot of work. All right, let's go. Let's do it. All right, let's add this. We keep doing it constantly, and I really do see us just going leaps and bounds above. Once again, nothing against PumpFun, but man, it's gonna be crazy.
And I just wanted to drop this meme here because this kind of touches on Sean's point. Even 1% of any of those platforms is a huge victory for us here. So I posted this from Moonboy during the week or a couple of days ago. But I think this is, I mean, I know it's a meme, but it's pretty fucking accurate from what from my understanding. If we got number 3 below even that Moonshot, getting that kind of volume, we'd all be popping the champagne,
Champagne and a blonde for all, boys.
But yeah, and even to touch on that as well from what Sean was showing there a minute ago, let me just remove this and add this here. Just to touch on how it's going to be once the Salana is integrated here, LunarPump.fun, the default will be Salana. So up the top there, where you got those 3 icons, it'll automatically be set to Salana. Technically, there will be 2 different platforms, as he mentioned, as it's just easier to build it out that way. A lot less complicated, a lot less, you don't have to factor in the probably won't be as buggy. So it's easier to do it that way and just have the domains alternated like that. So, but the default makes sense that it would be Salana, and then you can select either one of those and it'll seem very seamless, that integration across. So just wanted to touch on that as well. Which is going to be, like I said, pretty slick. We're getting so close, gents. I cannot wait. We did have some updates too from Adam there regarding the Zeely stuff. I know he deals with the guys a lot there on the back end, kind of managing that and managing the partnerships and stuff. So the first Zeely sprint has been concluded. The prizes are going to be going out this week. And it was a massive, massive success. I'm sure people can see the growth that we've had in this time, just across the board, really. And the participation, like I said, you key the hashtag Infinaeon in anywhere. Our SEO is massively improved on also in social medias and stuff like that too, specifically X. But our Telegram has increased as well, so you can see that. So the next one's going to be rolling out. Just to give you some numbers on that, we had 40,000 participants. So we actually had to upgrade our Zeely plan, and we were in direct communications with the Zeely team. And I know Sean was in on that meeting recently with them, so he can touch on it more once I kind of conclude these numbers here. But over 40k participants, which was awesome. And I think it was over 85,000 quests completed. So that is a lot of interaction. The Zeely guys had not, the Growthy team hadn't, they had never had that much engagement as far as this. And like you said, on Infinion on Friday, the prizes are pretty modest, to be honest, as far as crypto goes. So just having that tons of engagement. Also, Zeely has its own massive kind of built-in network of people that farm these quests too. But it's great, like we said, for building that online presence, across the board. So yeah, so I know, Sean, if you want to touch on that a little more. I know you and Adam were in that meeting with Zealy during the week, and we got the next one rolling out. So again, just to finalize, those prizes are going to be going out this week, whoever's involved in those, and the new sprint will be starting up, and that's what you can kind of touch on here now, Sean, if you like.
Yeah, for sure. Before we get started, though, everyone's favorite tech support just joined the party. What's going on, Matt?
What about it, everybody?
What's up, Matt?
Yeah, was wondering when you were going to hop on.
Yeah, I was a little late getting out of work today, so it's a little rush. So
Awesome. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. So obviously, like Mr. P just said, Zealy campaign, highly successful, concentrated on socials. Want to say our Twitter is up to about 15K, which is very important. The more followers you have, I believe the further, I guess you can say, your tweets and different things will get pushed across the platform. Obviously, we have the gold standard right here, which is another huge benefit. But the next goal is going to be engagement. So the way Zealy operates is the way it's explained to me. They have one pool over here that is good for like social engagement, getting Twitter followers. It's all your people that are willing to do things for prizes that don't require spending money. Then they have another pool over here that they have tens of thousands of people that are willing to spend funds and different things like that to compete in competition. So the next Zealy thing that we're going to have going is going to require engagement. So the two things that we're going to be requiring, because they didn't want to water it down. First, we had like 6 or 7 things, but they requested that we just do 2 so that we don't kind of water it down. So the 2 main focuses with the first campaign is volume on the ETH Infinaeon pool. So whether it be the USD or the ETH on Uniswap. So you're going to be required to buy and or sell if you want on that and create volume. It'll all be tracked on chain. So if you're creating volume, you know you're going to increase your chances to win and stuff like that. And then we're also going to require you to operate on LunarPumpFun Social. So you're going to be required to create volume on that in order to be able to enter the competition, to be able to win the prizes. So the Uniswap pools for the native token and creating just volume in general on LunarPumpFun Social, buying any or selling any tokens that are launching on it. So next step is going to be amping it up a little bit. We're not just going to be wanting engagement on the socials. We're going to be wanting actual interaction with our products. So excited for that.
Yeah, it's awesome the way they can do that, man. And I think that's a good idea too, like not to overcomplicate it, like when we're doing the first. And just to clarify, this is like the second sprint, but this will be like the first phase of, I guess, the second sprint that's going to be rolled out. And this will go on for like a month as well, Sean, right? Sam?
Yeah, it'll be his first one. It'll be like 4 or 6 weeks, something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be requiring again. So all the people that are currently, which we have tons of you guys listening that are currently already trading and different things like that, you'll automatically be entered to win as well. And again, remember, once LunarPumpFun goes live, you can actually just earn Infinaeon Soul or Infinaeon in general. Again, it comes on the Soul side, but of course you can bridge it to Infinaeon, ETH, Bitmart, wherever you want to send it. But just operating on that platform, creating volume, you'll actually get Infinaeon Soul. So the more volume you create, you can just be buying and selling for fun. Buy it and sell it, whatever you want to do that creates volume, that will get you more rewards. The more volume your wallet creates, the more rewards you get. Someone could be like Matt was with PvP, soaking up all the rewards, getting us tons of money and rewards because he was just spending tons of funds, just kind of recirculating it back into PvP.
We do have a technical question here. Is it hard to make a mount till bond fully customizable? Not only select one of the options.
Yeah, so Matt, I'll let you take this one, but I mean, my guess is yes. That's kind of why we're doing it the way we're doing it. It's not as easy to just select it, so that's kind of why we give you options. But Matt, maybe you have some input on that.
yeah, so the big thing about that is we actually use a contract, a bonding curve contract, right? And it takes all of that into effect to give that bonding curve, the math it needs to make everything right. So trying to input just a certain number, like out of the blue, it doesn't really work well. There's a lot more involved when it comes to that. But that is why we're going to be setting up the 3 different levels of bonding curves. That way they at least have some adjustability, just not maybe as much as some would like. And I would like it the other way too. It's just there's so much involved on those bonding curve contracts that it's looking at and verifying for each transaction that's a buy, sell, or whatever. So that's the big reason.
So it could kind of ultimately end up slowing a lot of things down if you kind of got to do that. It's kind of unstable, like to
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then the curve won't come out, like it should, be as fluent as it is. There's just a lot of stuff involved.
And there's another one right there. You're going to be staking other coins like Atom, Stewie, ETH, Sol on the platform.
So right off the bat, you're definitely going to be able to stake the token that you're, I guess, participating in. Let's say token A launches on LunarPumpFun Social. You'll be able to stake that and get a portion of the volume created from that token and different things like that. There's a good chance that we can set something up that you can possibly do Infinaeon. So maybe, because obviously we have our normal staking pool, possibly something we can set up to stake on that platform as well. I'm sure there is a way, if maybe the platform is doing well enough that we have enough funds to go around, that maybe there is a world where we can stake Sol and different things like that. What's your thoughts on that, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, there's always a possibility to add as we go. Like I said, the main concentration will be the actual tokens trading, right? That's the best route. If we're not actually got a token on the platform going, it's kind of hard to stake it, right? But we could always come up with maybe native staking that might get introduced some fees for it, just for showing TVL on the platform, something like that.
All right, sweet. We did have one here from Dogan as well, guys. How can I create a group on Lunar Pump? I think he's talking about like the Lunar Pump Social app. Sean, I don't know if you could maybe show how that gets done.
Yeah. Let me get it pulled up. Yeah,
Yep.
I'll get it pulled up, and while we're moving along, and I'll get it pulled up.
Awesome. Thanks for the clarification. No problem, Mustafa. There is the Bit King himself right there, always checking in, keeping abreast of everything. Of course, like we said on Infinaeon Friday, and the reason I brought it up is because it had come up in a space, and we talked about important things when you're talking about launching a project, and the most important things, and like I said. I'm under the thought it's accessibility and transparency, and again, that's why I like to kind of bring this up, because it's something we're trying to give, and that, especially given where the guys were coming from and the whole SafeMoon stuff that happened before, and the way crypto is right now, and there's so much going on, and it's like it's super important that we do that. That's why we run all these shows. That's why we broadcast as many platforms as possible. That's why we have the Telegram group, the Discord's running, as much support, as much accessibility as possible. Again, Matt shows up to be able to answer any technical questions. So it's super important that we do that, and that's exactly why we constantly, and we try to remain as consistent as possible with showing everything that's going on, keeping the updates as much as possible. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of just touch on that for a minute.
Yeah, let's take a look. Joe's got the question right here. What should we name this beauty of an app? Let's go ahead, hop on over, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and comment. Creating groups, you just go right here to the little sidebar, go to groups, and then you should be able to just go to create group, and then enter the name, the avatar, the description, and create your group, and then you should be good. Yeah, it should be pretty simple and self-explanatory.
I believe that's what he was talking about anyway, for sure. But I think
that's what I took it. Yeah, that's how I took the question. And let's see who else we got joining the party. We got Mikhail joining the party. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
Hello, everyone. We alive? We alive?
Finally. Alive.
How you doing, guys?
Doing great, man. How are you? How's your weekend?
Sunday was wonderful. Saturday was working day for me, but I had a beautiful day with the lady and the dog. I touched grass. Yeah, this is what I did. So
nice.
It was great. The batteries got filled for this week.
You got any super spicy updates that you're coming in live to us with, or anything?
Nothing I would speak about right now, sir. I'm sorry.
Aww.
I need to wait,
I know. You're always bringing the heat. Can't bring it every week, huh?
But you guys catch the most important things. I personally can't wait for the LunarPumpFun Solana integration. This will be something very, very cool, and yeah, really, I can't wait for it. So
have you been enjoying the uptick in marketers and spam since the Sol Infinion launch?
of course, this is daily business, you know. There's
Yeah,
daily
but
business.
go
You know,
ahead.
Solana is I mean, it's a meme blockchain right now. There is a lot of volume, and you have like I don't know how many new projects every day. So also newbies launch tokens, and these scammers, marketers, they yeah, they look for new victims. So of course they join every chat, you know, and sometimes with armies of bots, you get the same message, the same scam link or whatever, like 50 times a day from different accounts. It's so annoying, but we deal with it. That's it, you know.
Yeah, it's part of it. Well, you know, to counteract that too, there's been a lot of volume, there's been a lot of uptake, a lot of new joiners. So you know, you gotta the pros and the cons. So, but that's the game, right?
Yeah, that's the game, and at the end, it's good for Infinion and new eyes on us, new investors, new people, new community members. We're getting bigger and bigger. It's yeah, it's like a long road trip, you know. Uh, Everything takes time, and we meet a lot of nice people on the way to the goal. You know, it's yeah, it's an amazing trip.
Yeah, it's growing all the time. What's what let's say, you know, how are you feeling about things so far? How are you feeling about the growth so far since the new marketing? How are you feeling about like community sentiment and all that kind of stuff?
You know, the community is so strong. I mean, we talked about the market cap. Market cap is not that important for us right now. We know where it goes sooner or later, you know. But the community is nothing but awesome. You know, we have so much support and such positive vibes. And I mean, look at the chat. Look at X. Everywhere. Look at our own social media platform. Everywhere is just yeah. It's only good vibes, and people launch new tokens. Um, even even they know it's a micro cap or something, and that they have to work very much, but sooner or later it will pay off. You know, it's for the community, and they have a lot of fun. I mean, we saw Tim. He launched here on Infinion. He has it on Base now. He has it on Infinion, and we know he will launch Baby Sock. He's just waiting for the new ICO feature, and we know it's a long time. You know, but I see so many great people in our chat, and also here in the live streams. They are nothing but awesome. You know, a project is only as strong as the community is, and that's it.
Absolutely. How are you guys? How are you feeling about community sentiment and how everything's going so far? Anybody in the comments too, let us know how you guys are feeling about everything so far. Obviously, you know, it's ramping up more and more. And as Mike was saying, you know, it's community sentiment is bullish, you know, especially within the last week. And, you know, with the new growth, the initiative rolling out, now it's going to drive more volume and all that stuff. You know, I'm pretty pumped about it. How are you guys feeling? Joe, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Matt?
always content. I mean, community's amazing. They understand that this is an altcoin. Right now, the altcoins are not getting love. Of course, Bitcoin is doing its thing. Hopefully, in the near future, we will start seeing, you know, that money flooding into the altcoins. So yeah, I love how the community's understanding the situation. You know, we can't control that. All we can control is to keep doing what we're doing. Got the blockchain out. You know, we got the token launcher going. We have the social site right here. We're doing everything we can to make sure that we're creating an ecosystem, again, that continues to feed itself to help aid in all of that going on. But yeah, community sentiments always great. Hopefully, as time goes on, you know, we'll start getting enough buy pressure to outweigh the arbitrage and, you know, just the pesky bots and everything that operate on all these chains. You know, I saw a couple people talking about the activity on the Salana side, which there will be a lot more activity potentially because I did it real quick, like as of 2 days ago, whatever it was, Sunday, yesterday maybe. There was like 1 to 1.5 million transactions on ETH. There was 20 to 30 million transactions on Solana. So like the LunarPumpFun Social going live, the token going live, just a whole different ball game for people that maybe don't know about Solana or are new to crypto. Solana has 20 to 25 times more transactions than Ethereum. So it can be a whole different ball game. So there's people looking to launch tokens on token launchers. So that's what LunarPumpFun Social is going to come in and different stuff. So yeah, I'm just excited to see everything live on Solana. Obviously, the token was the first part. Had to get that going first. That's out, doing well. And then now, of course, the token launcher is the next thing in sight when it comes to Solana.
Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting for a long time to, for the market obviously to go green, and it's been, at this point, it's been eons since we've seen that kind of wild movement in the market and wild shift in the market. But when it happens, the thing that I think people forget about the most is the excitement day by day, hour by hour, and it could be anything and everything, and it could be a spark to make your token go from a nothing token to the it token. And that goes with utility, that goes with community. So this is why we always emphasize the importance of community, because that's the foundation of getting the word out, spreading the knowledge, and making that spark happen. Because that spark can happen sometimes organically, and that spark can happen kind of, with the community behind it pushing, going, hey, listen, check this out. And the second everybody realizes that, it's a huge push for everything. And with Infinion, what we have here is not just, once again, it's not just a buy me bro token. It's massive. It's absolutely huge, and we really look forward to the release.
Yeah, just flashing up the white paper there as well for people that want to jump in. Didn't mean to cut you off. I know, Matt, want to see how you're feeling about everything. But yeah, just flashing up. Yeah, Matt, how are you feeling about the community and sentiment and how everything's growing so far from a dev's backroom perspective?
I mean, I'm getting good feedback. I mean, these startups are always a long process. So it's one of them things that, you're either with it long term or you're not. You're going to have the ones that are not, that are going to all the time asking why. You got the ones that are long term, which is most of our crowd, that's on the Telegram and all that stuff, that they understand what we're doing. They like the, the building we're doing. They like how we're pushing forward through everything and how we deliver. So I'm bullish on it. Everybody else seems to be as well. Like I said, you always got a few, but the sentiment's good as far as I'm concerned.
Hell yeah. I mean, me too. I guess I should give my take. I'm keeping an eye on the chat as much as I possibly can. Yeah, and I can definitely see in the last week especially, and I know I said this last week as well, but the the way it went after the pre-sale and everything, I know I've seen a lot of people kind of giving out about the price and the chart and this and that, but the true believers were able to get in at really good prices the way this has been going, and the slow gradual build has been like, it's been great for them, right? And I think that, they're the ones who deserve it the most. So they've been able to really stock up on their bags as we've been kind of building this thing out and rolling along here. So I'm super happy for everybody that, has had the conviction and has the diamond hands and has staked over 80 million plus tokens now. And it's great that the people that had and showed the conviction are still here and they're getting rewarded for it, because like Mike said, this is it's only a matter of time. It's inevitable that because we ain't going anywhere. All the software is there, all the products are there, everything's there, the utilities are all there. It's just a case of bringing it basically to the masses now. And again, like we kind of say every week, until it actually launches, the Salana Lunar Pump is going to be the catalyst for this to really take off.
Yep, and then everyone getting in at this price, we are creating one heck of a floor for when that volume really kicks off, and that buy pressure can really outperform, like I said a little while ago, the arbitrage and the bots that that are set up and different things like that. So
87 million staked as of this morning. That is serious. I'm not sure what percentage of the circulating supply is that right now. It's quite a percentage, if I'm not mistaken.
It's high.
Yeah, I mean that just goes to show you, right? I mean that's a lot, and this was, and a lot, like I think it was over 70 million was actually staked before the token itself even went live, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It was something like that. It was way up there that we had it staked again before the token even went live. Yep.
There's our boy Deshad, long-term holder, super bullish, yes sir, absolutely. And shout out as well, Black Sheep. I know you got a Facebook group over there that I guess Mustafa started. Please, if anybody is on Facebook, get over there and we will. Do we have a connect to that from the Telegram? If not, we got to get that link so we can add it to our socials over there. I know that's a big community group that we're trying to establish. So if you are on Facebook, yeah, please get over there. Support on that front. And I'm just kind of scanning through the white paper here so people can get an idea. You know, like I said, when you're showing it to people, it's good because a lot of time people think of a white paper, they think, oh, just blocks and blocks of text, and it's not really too interactive and it's not really that visually appealing. But we've tried to build this out so that it kind of has a lot of our content in there. It gives a good feel for like all the utilities that are on there. We're touching on everything, how they work, showing the marketing content behind it, so you get a good idea for the whole tone, the vibe, everything that we're going for. And of course, obviously, you know, it's an amorphous document, so it's constantly being updated all the time as new things happen, new things come out. But like I said, it's a good, quick, snappy resource that's interactive, entertaining. So if you're trying to share Infinion, it's always a good way. And of course, obviously, you got YouTube here, tons of videos, tons of that stuff, but I guess a more consolidated kind of thing, and have all the links to everything you need to get to. It gives a good overview, interactive overview. So it's kind of why I'm just scanning through it so people can get an idea here on the live and see that, oh, it's not the kind of white paper I would be expecting to see. So that's why I'm kind of doing it.
It's definitely one of the best white papers I've ever seen, for sure. So.
And there we go. Yeah. Mustafa's like, finally, my bits are coming up. But yeah, and it breaks everything down, all the tokenomics, all the stuff. And I know that we are working on something. I know what, Matt, maybe you can touch on it, but Adam has reached out that we're working on a specific white paper, like as regards the specs to, you know, that developers and stuff would look for to kind of come to develop on a chain, right? I think you're working on that in the background, Matt. Is that right? Or...
It's been mentioned. I hadn't really. I told him to get with me on anything he needs, but other than that, it hasn't really been a lot on my side needed yet. So, but yeah, that's just something getting worked on.
Sweet.
But yeah, guys, you got about 5-10 more minutes left of the live. Go ahead and get those final questions in. When it comes, yep, that's where I was going. So NFT Marketplace is not directly being built yet, but it is something that we want. It was something that was early on because, you know, we started this forever ago. It was kind of a little bit earlier in the roadmap, but obviously things have changed. NFTs aren't what they used to be. So we definitely got the token launcher and everything ahead of that. So more than likely there will be an NFT marketplace, but there's definitely higher priority things that we're knocking out. Yep.
All in good time, as they say, I guess.
Yep. We can't do everything at once.
Welcome to LunarPumpFun, the first ever multi-chain token launcher. And boy, do we have a treat in store for you today. Suit up, Cryptonauts. It's a new dawn for
all
DeFi.
The building has been
Let's
just
go.
insane up to this point. So it's
Mr.
We're launching on
Pixel, the white paper is
For the
speaking
first time
while
ever,
you're
you can
speaking.
choose from multiple EV.
yes, it is. Just showing it off there, showing it off. All right, so yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing much else on there at the moment for right now. As regards questions or anything, guys, I think we're looking good. Shout out to everybody too that's been tuning in, guys, across all platforms: Twitch, X, YouTube. Much love to you guys.
Yep, let's see what we have.
Warrior out there.
Yep, we got the Twitch. We got our guy on Twitch. So
all right,
showing up. Yep.
The lone Twitch warrior out there just holding it down. It's your platform, buddy.
I know Crypto Knight showed up there last week. I think he set up an account on there too, just so he wasn't too lonely out there.
Yep. Yeah, obviously the Infinaeon accounts are the biggest ones, but yeah, the other ones are getting decent engagement as well.
All right, so what's our next appearance? So as far as live streams, obviously we're going to be doing spaces all throughout this week. Just in case anybody's not familiar, obviously with the growthy stuff, we schedule spaces that aren't specifically, some are, but aren't specifically always chill spaces. But it's more like a specific topic about, you know, whatever, tech, marketing, whatever, and you have a couple of different speakers in there that are running specific projects talking about it. So we go in there and we try to hold our own as much as we can and not try to sound too dumb. Well, we're not too bad. We're pretty well versed for the most part. So we just try to show up and make sure we take as much advantage of those opportunities as we possibly can when we're you know, when you have a marketing team working like that, you want to make sure that you take advantage of everything. So, yeah, so that's coming up. There'll be a few of those throughout the week, but the next kind of big one will be Lunar Pump Radio, right? I guess as far as spaces go, we got Kindu and Zeus coming on.
Yeah, we got LunarPumpFun Radio. I think I have another huge mega spaces with Victus with a 3-minute pitch that I can give. That is Thursday at 11 a.m. EST, if I'm not mistaken. Then yes, LunarPumpFun Radio on Thursday, and like you said, you'll have those appearances throughout the week, and then of course our flagship show, Infinaeon, Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So multiple lives per week, showing up, talking on X about Infinaeon, about Lunar Pump. We are nonstop, whether it's me, Mr. P, Adam, whoever it is, showing up and talking Infinaeon.
Oh shit, it looks like the white paper was not muted there. I had it muted here on my end, but I guess it didn't mute for some reason. Okay, well, my apologies.
I told you.
I didn't understand what you were saying. You said it was talking or something. I was like, oh shit, what? But yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, it was speaking while you...
Shit. Okay, my bad. My apologies for that. I just saw it there. I was like, oh shit. Okay, well, yeah, I apologize for that.
Yeah, the community hates you now, so that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Forgive me.
All right, guys. So we're gonna be wrapping this up, guys. Once again, guys, make sure to check out everything I mentioned before. A lot of content happening throughout the week. If you want another Moon Monday, it'll be next Monday at 5 p.m. Infinaeon Friday at 3 p.m. And we got everything in between. You can find out any updates about that by being in the Infinaeon Telegram, Infinaeon Discord. So definitely join that. I'm Screwgo Joe. It's DeFi Sean, Mr. Pixels, Mike the Cryptonaut, Rebel Matt. See you guys on the moon.